Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is that time. It is the time you may or may not have been waiting for. It is the time of Promote My 4-Star. And listen, if you want in on this, you best subscribe to this channel because I try and do one every 4 to 6 weeks where I basically relinquish control of my barracks unto my council of members. Alright, my YouTube members pick either a category or a game or something that narrows down the field of possibilities that I unleash unto you, my viewers, to then pick who I will promote or build up or whatever from my barracks, because I'm on a journey. You see, I'm on a personal growth journey of enhancing my barracks for what they are and not just getting new units constantly. This is the year of 2021. That's what I'm about right now. So, look, this time around, it was the Mad King himself, Ashnard. And let me tell you, this was an interesting one, okay? And now I did have one single entry that I had to exclude. Alright, I couldn't take everybody, but there was one that I absolutely had to exclude that definitely was not making the cut. Alright, and let me tell you why. They sent me a 4-star Ashnard build. Guys, it's in the title. It says promote my 4-star, not build my 4-star. We promote here on this series, okay? So you gotta at least send me a 5-star. Come on. So I had to exclude some, okay? I had to exclude some, but definitely that one because you have to promote. It's in the title, okay? Don't just send me a 4-star. Come on, guys, what are you doing? But I do have a great plethora of options to share with you all, submitted by yourselves. That's the other part that I forgot to mention. Once you vote and a unit is picked, I also take submissions from you all to put in this video, and then we watch it, and it's fun, and yay. So, subscribe. Have you not subscribed? You should do it. So, here we go. We're going to dive in. We're going to take a look at these, and I've grouped them in such a way that makes your OCD maybe happier. I don't know your life. I'm not here to judge, but I will say that I call this group the Undying Fallen Mad King, which is kind of an oxymoron, but that doesn't matter because it's noontime and soul across the board. That's really all that this is. Now, there are some variations, right? But they all have that, relatively speaking. The assist skill can change. They all have distant counter. That is very clear. Which is nice to have when you're constantly trying to heal up every single time, right? Some have Weaver in Flight. There's a Guard. There's an Obstruct. I respect the Obstruct so much. Listen, I don't know the future of the game, but I can confidently tell you that when Obstruct 4 comes out, I expect it to be game-changing. Alright? Game changer. No way around it. It is a game changer. And it will be a game changer. Mark my words. But that's neither here nor there. He's a very bulky boy, right? 45 defense, 37 res. When you're up there, Obstruct is actually kind of nice. And you've also got distant counter, which is pretty dope. So Obstruct could be one of those things that's like, oh, hey, this is an underutilized skill. But realistically speaking, okay, not all units have the stat line to house Obstruct status unit. So that, keep that in mind. But they all foster some kind of range skill, ranging from attack speed to speed defense to attack defense. And they all vary. And that's fine, I think probably attack defense range is probably something that I would go for. 27, 30-ish speed. That doesn't really help out all that much. But again, this is like premium status, okay? These are all high merge to max merge. These are all like crazy dragon flowers that get dropped on this boy. There's a lot to take in here. So this is kind of like an undying spread of Ashnards that we have here. And now we have kind of like a secondary group Okay, so this is going to be kind of similar, but this is what I like to call campfire, or Mad King goes camping, because there's bonfires everywhere. Okay, bonfire, 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 bonfire. That's all it is. And again, the assist skills, they vary. You know, that just really depends on your specific situation. So, distant counter, again, very popular. Rain skills, very popular. All attack, defense, rain. But we have quick repose. We got mystic boost. We got guard bearing. Boom. Those are big options. All right, those are a lot of big options. And then seals, of course, they vary as well. But this is more or less the big bonfire group. Okay, so this is the group of submissions that I saw that were like, hey, there's a common thread here, and that thread is bonfire and big defense damage. All right, and that's pretty cool. I'll give it that. That's pretty cool. It's still keeping with kind of like that undying kind of theme that we saw before. And I know you're looking at this first one down here and saying, huh, PM1, is it that PM? No, it's not. I assure you it's not. I don't know what mind game this submitter was playing, but it did not fool me. I know. I was not fooled. But you can see some of these guys are in here with, Shadow, Anima. I think there was a Light Blessing on the other one. So they're being used in Ether raids. Again, very high investments for the most part. Like flower, all kinds of things. Now, I do like perps because that's kind of like a nice little easy peasy one. Like, it's still pretty expensive, but there's not a lot of investment getting tossed into the mix. So that's maybe like a nice little, maybe you're lighter, right? Maybe you have the fodder. But as far as feathers, grails go, maybe you don't have the materials to go, shall we say, Ragnall to the wall. I think that's brand friendly. And maybe you just want to meet them halfway, right? So that's kind of what this is, and I like that, and I can appreciate that, because I will show you in a moment what my build ended up being. It was not anything heavily invested other than skills. I feel like I did maybe a nice blend of skill availability that we have. So that's the let's go sit around the campfire Mad King group right here. Very, very nice. And I'll be honest, I went in a similar direction, but no one submitted the build that I had, because the mind game I played with you all is I actually had mine built before I took submissions, so that I was just a pure soul going into picking my Ashnard build. Whereas I don't always do that. Sometimes I take inspiration from the stuff you guys send in. So, this is a group, okay, that's just kind of big damage, ether, still kind of keeping with, harsh command. I guess this could be like a harsh command kind of group. But you can see it's very similar. We've got a distant counter, ruptured sky, quick repose, pulse smoke build. We've got a ruptured sky, distant counter, and weaver and flight. Attack defense rain, which is interesting. And then we've also got the ether, distant counter, guard bearing, attack defense rain, which is also kind of nice. And I see that fortress defense res 2 seal down there too. I didn't miss that, okay? But again, we range anywhere from just base copy all the way over to max investment, and I can appreciate all of them, right? And they'll all function pretty well. Ashnard is one of those units that A is a flyer, so he has great mobility, and on top of that, he's a freebie. You guys picked a Grail unit this time around, much to my dismay of not picking who I wanted you to pick. Spoilers, I actually built her anyway, and I'm going to show you what I did with her before I show you Ashnard. But that is all very good and well. It's all very good and well. These guys are kind of like my, I don't know, just general oddballs. They didn't really have a theme other than they still do work. So this is I'll call this the 9 to 5 Mad King group. Y'all are just putting in the work hours, and you're working for the weekend, and you're okay with it, and I like that. That's this group here. And then there was this group. This is a bold group. All right, this is the bold group. This is the bold group. This is the bold group. Not the other groups weren't bold, but this is the bold group right here. Okay, this is it. We got Pledged Blade. Okay, because we didn't want to go with preferred. We've got Ninja Katana, because we didn't want to go with preferred. This is crazy. All right, so they're very different builds, obviously, but they're vastly different from the other ones that we got, so I separated. Pledge Blade. Bonfire. Distant counter, guard bearing, attack defense oath, quick repose. And I believe the note that came along with this particular build was they didn't want to go with the preferred, so they went with the next best inheritable option, which is Pledged Blade. And then you can see the rest of the build is pretty similar to the Bonfire group in terms of what passives they had with it, but just with a Pledged Blade, which is kind of different. And then there's Ninja Katana. On a plus speed, plus 10, plus 10, S support, darting blow, double darting blow, dive bomb, Ashnard. There's so many adjectives to this build that I ran out of breath. This is definitely the most out of the box one that I've seen. Ashnard's speed is kind of bad. Okay, so when you look at him, when you see the base kit, when you see the normal weapon that he comes with, you're like, oh, okay, so he's like an enemy phase kind of tank. Like, that's how he functions. But he doesn't have to. He can be Speedy Boy. Okay? He can be a Speedy Boy. And this one build right here kind of proves it. Alright? This is the real of the real. I give props to this build right here. Okay? I do. I give mad props to this build. The speed defense rain is bold. The dive bomb, sick. Darting blow 4. I feel like darting blow 4 is maybe one of the worst A passives you could have, but here it works. Maybe they were finding a purpose for it. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I don't do that. But that's Big Daddy speed right there. All right? You're well into doubling phase. So, I mean, I guess you're quadding here. This is where you'd be quadding. And even with the Ninja Katana taking down defensives, you're still kind of bulky. Like, you're still upper 30s for bulk, man. That's nuts. Yeah, so that was pretty dope. I'm gonna be honest. That was pretty sick, and I'm genuinely pretty stoked to have seen that build come in, because it was different. I did not do anything nearly as inventive. I just didn't. So first of all, since this is going to become a Tellius showcase, okay, we're going hard Tellius here. I would like to introduce you. Did I give you a different? I did not. Okay. Well, you're keeping Smite. I present to you Deck Swabber Titania. No one was picking Titania anytime soon, but I really like Titania. If you've ever played any of the Tellius games, she's an absolute monster that kind of got done dirty as a Gold Knight does in FEH. So this is her. And so you can see that we're building up speed. We're actually pretty fast. That's not bad. That's not a bad speed. And then, of course, it gets better with threaten attack speed. And then we've also got lull speed defense. And we've got attack speed solo and attack speed double solo, lull, threaten, deck swabber. It's pretty solid. It's pretty nice. I'm a fan. This, I actually like even better. Because do you see this smile? Do you see that smile? That is a smile you protect all of your life. But I don't really know what I was doing with the seal there. I'm not sure if that's actually the seal sheath I have, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Because I can. But this is my Iceberg Valentine's Titania, who is also a Grail unit. Maybe not as useful as Ashnard, admittedly, but we got Conch Bouquet on her. Alright, we got attack speed push, which negates from Conch Bouquet, which I'm very happy that that's a thing. I love that is a thing. And then lull speed res, and we got attack smoke, I think, because I ran out of C skills to give her. Yep, that's exactly what I did. So there you go. Wait, did I just not learn it? Nope. Nope, that's what she's got. Alright, that's fine. I like it. We're keeping it. No res smoke for her. Next up, this is my crowning achievement, friends. I don't know if I'll do a build better than this the rest of the year. I may have peaked early. It's hard to tell. Too soon to tell even. But this is Patrine, one of my favorite villains in all of Fire Emblem. And she came with Flame Lance, which is really cool because it hits for res, as long as she's above half health. And that's pretty darn cool. And she has, I gave her a flame blessing because she's Flame Lance, obviously. We're on theme here. We're on theme. This is Harsh Command because obviously she's not a nice person. She yells a lot. She's not nice to her subordinates. She's got Ruptured Sky. Why? Well, Flame Lance already doing big damage against beast units, and Ruptured Sky, well, that's just going to boost it even more. And that's a beautiful thing. I guess, unless you like beast units, in which case this is a very mean build, but sometimes that happens. I will tell you, attack speed solo, speed res solo, rouse speed attack. This is all part of the master plan, my friends. So we're actually building her up. We're making her a little bit tanky. Okay? 48 speed. Yowza. That's big stuff. But I will say, the most confusing thing that I have done in FEH to date is putting speed res lull on a lance cav. Because every part of my brain, from how I've been playing so far, has said, hey, you probably mean speed defense lull, right? But I don't, because she hits for rest. So it was a little bit of a brain buster when that initially happened. But we got past it and everything was fine. But this is my Patrine build. I love it. It absolutely slaps, and it's solid. This is Ashnard. Now, if you know me, if you know my barracks, if you've been to the streams, if you've seen the channel, you know I got a bunch of Spring Eden while trying to get New Year Anna. Or was it Festival Micaiah? I don't remember anymore. 2020 was a bad year for me, and double special banners. This is the product of that. So we've got our preferred, naturally it's there. We've got Smite, because I feel like this guy looks like he does a lot of smitting, right? And then Bonfire, because, I mean, it's a good special on him. Why wouldn't you run that? Sturdy Stance, however. Sturdy Stance, however, is dope. And frankly, it works really well on him. Now, I know it's a rarer skill, and not everybody has like 18 Spring Edens like I do. So, I can understand why no one necessarily put this on there. And sometimes there's a good case for the fact that you would want Distant Counter instead. But if you just want a tanky wall who's going to just sit there and not let anybody pass, particularly physical units, you know, this is it. Sturdy Stance is the truth. And then we've also got Guard Bearing, because we're going to take even less damage. And we did see a couple Guard Bearing builds that got submitted. And then Attack Smoke, which is just kind of a nice little budget option for C that lets you get what you need, and also increases your durability because nobody can attack you now unless they come in with a special nuke like maybe a Micaiah or something like that, because he'll die. Okay, I'm not out here believing he's God. He will definitely die to something like that. But he has a very nice physical wall, and that's really all I was trying to make with him. Because I don't really have any flyers, they're just physical tank walls. I have tanky flyers that are mainly player phase units, but they don't really fill this role. So I wanted to kind of fill that role with him here, and that is what I went for. So this is my Ashnard. This is the build I went with. Pretty similar-ish to some of the stuff that did get submitted, but I don't think that's a bad thing, right? I think that's a pretty okay thing, and so I'm very happy with how that turned out. So hey, thank you all for watching. This has been Promote My 4-Star, which may or may not have helped you decide on building Ashnard. And if it did, great. If it didn't, I hope you liked it anyway. That is it for me right now. You're probably wondering what the next one is. Truth is, I haven't had a lot of submissions from members yet. So members, you need to go vote if you want your vote to count. Because we've only got about half the votes in. But so far, it looks like one of the next units will be coming from either Sacred Stones, Awakening, or Three Houses. That's right. It's a remix. We're combining multiple titles and then putting them in a pot where you, the viewer, can choose who the next Promote My 4-star unit will be, or maybe a 5-star that I just haven't built. Because frankly, my barracks, they're going to run out eventually, so we're prolonging a bit until we can just warp this series into something else that's not just strictly 4-star units. But that's the theme for now, and that's what we're going to go with. So keep an eye out. I'll always post a community tab, poll, or something along those lines. And then there's also the option of watching the videos that tell you when I tell you, hey, this is live, go vote for it. And there will be links in the description. But now, right now, just hold your horses, all right? Hold your Ashnards. We'll be back with another Promote My 4-star later. But soon, first, we're probably going to have a spring banner show up. So you should subscribe and come back for reactions and predictions and all those kinds of things. It's good stuff. But that is it for me right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a very pleasant Friday. Unless it's not Friday when you're watching this, in which case I just hope it's a good day for you overall. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Ashnard, the Mad King in general. And until then, I will catch you next time. Please subscribe. Please. Please.